Good day, everybody online. And you know that it's over 9 o'clock, and we haven't begun our study group because of some technical problems. Okay, but we still invite you to study harder any moment here. Okay, so give yourself a big hand first. Okay, so let's go. If you step forward, then you will be more than great. Okay, so take a look. So if you are a successful person, then there must be something special that is you enjoy reading. Okay, so we just listened up to the song that created by the AI about online study group. Okay, and we also read some touching stories, about you, inspiration, and we got a good feedback. It is so touching. And here we read it about a sister and her husband from a really ordinary family, and their value has been heard by the world. We witnessed your talent, and we trust you, and you take the responsibility, and you make every smile meaningful. And we walked into the venue of the online study group Kaohsiung, and we felt the atmosphere, and a smile will just turn into reliance, and all the success are like treasured by everybody. And we see the tears, and we see hopes too. And there are good feedbacks online, and this is kind of a good cycling. And we always meet online. We make the Dharma straight. We light up the life because of you. You're a companionship, and everyone is important. And if we can hold on up to like forever, that you are not just telling stories, that you are delivering the wisdom gently, once again and again, and we turn the desert world warm, and we make the world better, and you are respected, and it is a touching, unforgettable feeling in our lives. Okay, so restlessness can also lead to good results. If you speak out about your love, then you have made your life valuable. And it is all because of your positive feedbacks online, and a word taken by you is more than meaningful. Then you turn studying a really inspirational habit, and you are ordinary person, but you do something extraordinary. And every word, everything is worth of spreading. And we can share the light and pass it on for more people to find a way home. And this is a touching. Okay. And because of it, and we made this song through AI, and how meaningful, right? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's have an announcement here. And next week is March 11th, which is our 13th anniversary. And that next week will be the second week. Okay, and we're gonna have kind of a big ceremony. Okay, and right here, then you see a lot of like a good like the products here, including the rice cookies, and they are the good gift for you next week. Okay, and then we also have kind of a good like a sewing dolls, okay, made by our volunteers, which are more than meaningful. Okay, and I'm sure that we will just turn them into kind of a greater love, like donations, helping the world. Okay, and here you will see this is a really kind of a tiny and a cute like adornment. Okay, so okay by ourselves, right? So if you come over next week, then you will receive it as a gift. Okay. And you can just hand it, okay, like the picture shows, like outside of your bag. And if you just do it as I say, and you can just put your name on the tag, and that will be the personal belongings, which is beautiful. And we also have, okay, another good campaign that is happy online reading. Okay, you see this is the logo with okay happy online reading, and do you know what that is? That is a folding fan. Okay, but you don't get it right now, then you will see the next week. Okay, it is a simple and it can be folded and it can be opened up. Okay, and when you use it, and it will like pull you down, of course, right? Okay, you see, you turn this like twice, and it is easy to be folded into the bag. Okay, if you feel this is a great scene, and give yourself a big hand. Okay, so I want you to be happy, to be cool down. Okay, so it is a wonderful invention, right? This is a folding fan for you. Most importantly, okay, we just have like the 10 different patterns of the fans, right? Okay. And you will see there are kind of a different encouraging quotes on them. And we want you to use the fan and be encouraged by all the quotes that are printed on them. Okay. However, you just get that whatever, okay, you are given. You can choose the quote, of course. Okay, so anyway, they are the like a gift for you next week. Okay, and here is a kind of beautiful bag. Okay, and it is also a bag about like a happy online study. Okay, and we are just making such kind of beautiful design for you as a gift for you as a kind of celebration of the 13th anniversary next week. Okay. Well, and if you're here, then you can just get the great gifts, right? And they are limited in like numbers, so please, okay, come over for them. Okay, you are really kind of a good people. A lot of you just they lied to me saying that it is kind of an important day next week, so let's try our best to provide some kind of a gift for all the people coming over. And I always appreciate that. And I would say, good, okay. And so it turns out that we have a lot of wonderful gifts like next week, right? Okay. And as the picture shows that it is a very good kind of a light for you. Okay. Okay, so here we have two things aphorism. One should compete with time, cherish each day, make good use of it, and never let the life slip away in idleness. Okay, And no matter okay how much you say, and the best thing is you are kind of a heart. And I think you are kind of a talent, in Macedonian's mind, right? Okay, and okay, so let's always make the Dharma as an essence in our mind, right? Okay, and we will just turn this useful and then purify the world. Okay, and you know that today is Wednesday, but I realized that okay, there are some problems on Monday, okay, which was like 2 days ago. Okay. However, today we still got some problems, right? You know that okay, I just didn't sleep until 2 a.m. like last night, but you can see that I'm here, right? And I just want to make sure that everything is fine. And let's take a look at this. We have like an online interpretation beginning 2020, and today we will have okay, week one, right? Okay, you know that February 4th and today March 4th, and this is a really, really lucky group of people which are from Kaohsiung, and we have a lot of volunteers, as you can see in the pictures, right? Okay, so this is kind of big team. And let's talk about Cantonese team, and you will take a look at all the volunteers, on the graphic, and we have wonderful people here, and they are Cantonese, like the interpreters, okay? And here we have volunteers, okay, speaking Taiwanese and Malay, okay? Okay, and all the interpreters will also be kind of showing their like a talent the next week. Okay, and here let's take a look at the who are online speaking in Taiwanese for everyone here. Okay, and bring as many friends coming over. Okay, and it is kind of a great event for us. Okay, and we are running out of time because of the mechanic problems. So I gonna pass the like a possible reading. Okay, but I like to tell you, we are not the best, but we wanna turn ourselves better with you. Okay. And last month, which is like a February 4th, 2026, and we have a lot of good messages, okay, from the world, including Taiwan, Canada, Malaysia, and we received like more than 100 like good messages as an encouragement for all the people here. Okay, and like Jing always mm, like send out her messages while she kind of is on the plane. How touching, right? Okay, so please let us know where you are and leave us many messages, and you will see kind of this is a cute picture, right? Okay, and they are from our good volunteers, right? So ladies and gentlemen, let's begin our first unit. Okay, and this is all about kind of a warm family, and warm family will turn us kind of talent, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, then we're gonna go to Fangwen, okay, and who is she? And let's take a look about her and what are they doing from this video. Oh, no, this is the video of the 12th anniversary. This is not I mean to play. Okay. All right. So it was about the anniversary last year. And okay, you can take a look. Okay. And Fangwen is a very important part of us. And she says like this is a really rapid and kind of a quick way that we can study online because we purify so many hearts in the world. And what is she doing in the United States? Okay, in Texas. You know that once we had a kind of a big flood in Texas, and volunteers like drive all the way and take a look at who is driving to the flooded area. And the beginning of July, that they had kind of a big flood in Texas. So they made an appointment with the stadium, and then they decided to make some kind of a distribution there to help out the people who suffer in the flood. And this is a kind of a touching thing, right? Okay. And all the like American people who like suffer there really appreciate the Tzu volunteers, and it will see who is like well mentioned that is Huang Fangwen. Okay, but she is a really important member, okay, in the United States. Okay, so she is also a documentary film, a documentary volunteer of Fangwen. Okay, I'm sorry, you will feel some kind of a mess today. The computer just doesn't follow my order. I'm sorry for that. Okay. All right. And against okay, the flood, we try to dispatch the food vouchers, for people who need food, and who prepared all the food, the canned food, and all the food that you can see there. Okay, while people are in flood. Okay, and they can not only eat well but also intake nutrition, right? And we also provide a way, a channel for people to donate such kind of good food. It's all because of her. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Fangwen. And her topic is like on the way toward excellence. So let's come back here. Okay. I like to be with you. You have positive energy.
This morning, I asked Brother Taichung will be here. Yes, here he comes, and with the all his equipment here. They're in America, and they share a lot of efforts. Not only what they should do, but also they record everything for us. So we can see even he's here, not in America, but he still did does his work with his working uniform and the camera. Because they did a lot of things. So even when they are in Taiwan, they still did a lot of efforts. I'll introduce her slide today. Would you put much attention to her slides? This is the first study group after the Lunar New Year. I'd like to be with you because you have a positive energy. Do you notice our team, how long they have standing here and smile? It is just like the first time I am here. Good morning, Master Zheng Yan and masters in Abode and Tzu sisters and brothers all over the world. Today, I'd like to share striving for excellence. This is a hard topic for me. My husband and I returned to Taiwan on January 29th. And the very next night, I got the phone call from Sister Meiyun. While I was still jet lagged and just about to go to bed, I suddenly received a call from Teacher Meiyun that's about 9:30. She invited me to share on March 4th about striving for excellence. To be honest, my first thought was, what can I possibly share? But when Teacher Meiyun asks for something, it's hard to say no. So here I am. Even though I was so nervous, I still say yes. Since I joined the facilitation team in 2023, I don't have so much experience about facilitation, but I don't know how to make it better. So I've had a wish in my heart. I hope someone could personally guide me in facilitation skills and teach me how to create better and more powerful presentation. So last year, that wish finally came true. I am deeply grateful to Sister Yixiang for initiating the 4-session course Facilitators Striving for Excellence, giving the opportunity. The 12 hours the 12 hours of course is really worthy. And because of a time difference, the class was from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. Texas time. For me, it was almost impossible to attend live, so I relied on the recordings. I'm very grateful that the team provide complete course materials and videos. I even listen to the class when I am cooking. Okay, every time is when the replay become available, I quickly find time to listen again. When I learn something during my cooking, it's just like put more seasonings to my cooking. So I think the dish will become more delicious. Last year, in mid-June, we went on a 2-week cross-state road trip in the U.S. That's about 5,000 kilometers. That's every day we stayed in the car for about 8 hours while I was preparing. So while I was listening very attentively in the car, my husband asked me, "What are you listening to that makes you so happy?" So, because I was so focused, I didn't even look at the beautiful scenery outside. when I'm learning in the course, I immediately applied what I learned to the presentation I was working on. But at the end of September, I ran into a problem for downloading the course videos. So I messaged the instructor Yu for help. She responded very quickly and guided me step by step, patiently helped me troubleshoot. She even recorded her screen to show me the process until I successfully download everything. It is warm to have someone available to answer questions on the learning journey. So I was deeply touched and very grateful. In these 12 hours, of course, I learned not only the skills of facilitation and making better slides. What is more important, I learned this team, the design of all the course and the preparation. They took a lot of time doing that. And even after the class, they gave us all the materials and apps to help us step by step doing what they want us to learn. They are so patient and generous. All the 12 hours, they share their treasures to us. So sincerely, and hoped us to become as good as them. So I also deeply felt teacher Meiyun's sense of responsibility and commitment in the leading of the team. So I hope we can do the facilitation and all the work together. These slides, when I was making these slides, I got no any materials about this representation. So I was so worried. And then I think about AI. So I asked help from AI and look at this. This is so cute, and this is a cutie, teacher Meiyun. At first, I don't want to use AI because it is eco-friendly. But with the help of AI, I can achieve the goal what I want. This is another step for me to make myself better. That is the help from AI. This is all my share for today. Okay. Here's Yu Sister Yu. Okay. You can make it scenic. Her presentation slides is not the first version. She revised her slides for many times. After taking the class of striving for excellence, she always thinks about how to optimize her slides. Do you know how interesting it is? She said. When I go into the stage, I even want to optimize my slides again. I was, in fact, so astonished that how we make this course come true. I didn't know there were so many people want to take this course. Every time we are in class time, people come to our class. Was more than 1,000 people, and it was getting more and more. So in this course and condition, we learned that on the Facebook, when things were put in on the Facebook, it cannot work after 1 month. So you see, she is the good example for us. Even she was in the U.S. She took our course and learned our classes. So don't ask how old she is. She's always young when she is learning. I want to make a wish. After now, we have to learn something about AI that can help us do the slides for presentation. Dr. Jian and the Master Dekan also made their slides with AI. They revised their slides until last night. They were optimized. She talked about Yu, and Yu is now here. And also Shuman is one of the instructors. On April 15th, the instructors will come and share their experience and how the course was made here. Fangwen will come to Kaohsiung more often because she will come back to Kaohsiung to take care of her mother. Yuru said, I like Sister Fangwen's slides. It's so technique and AI is so interesting. It is good to with us because that's full of positive energy. You are so good to be with us. Your slides are so so good, and you made a good progress. The instructors to make slides and presentation are so wonderful. Sister Fangwen was so with so much positive energy, even though she was in the overseas, she still learned the course so diligently. All these families will come here next week. Sister Fangwen is always the example for me to learn. If she has more time, she still wants to optimize her slides. In fact, there's a cute version of the slides. But in fact, she made me so beautiful. Even though I was 20 years younger, I was not so pretty in her slides. Thank you for sharing with us.
And you must take a look at the good, delicious food here. Then you will see they are so instant, but they are so delicious. Okay, so come and get them. Okay, and we are running out of time. I'm sorry, I have to skip, the positive feedback. So now let's get off to the guided reading. Okay. And something impossible, only impossible journey is that we never begin our journey. Okay. And just now, Fang, when talking about that, we can just prioritize ourselves, right? And once you want to be better, you want to prioritize yourself, and you are making a vow. And as you make a vow, then you will turn yourself better. And this is our first time of the online study group Kaohsiung, okay, after the Chinese New Year. So it is a very good time for us to make a good vow for yourself to make your life better. Okay. I do not do a lot of housework. My husband can just, tell you that. Okay. But I cook. Okay. And while I am cooking, I listen up to a lot of like a good knowledge, right? Okay. And you know that this is all about my life. Okay. And my lifestyle is like that. So I lead a simple life. So let's go. Let's read the next right. Find a group of the people who challenge and inspire you and spend a lot of time with them, and it will change your life. Okay. Well, I like to tell myself about this quote, right? Okay. And later on, and the superintendent like Jian Shouxin may just tell us like something more than intelligent, or so I will be really full of of energy here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today who's gonna be our
Okay, thank you,
guided
Eric.
like a guiding reader?
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Eric.
And of course,
And,
you will see the gentleman, and it is his first time, and he's from Malaysia, and he is Ren Haiwen. And actually, on the third week, and he is always the interpreter from Malaysia. And he always,
Okay.
does his best, writing up.
Slides, my topic is about upholding the mission and study true to the heart. And venerable dear master and Jing's above master and everyone. Great to see you all. My name is Ren Haiwen and from Malaysia. And my Dharma name is Jing. And today I'm going to share about the uphold the mission. And please have a look at my slide. And actually, how can we return the start point to the spiritual cultivation when taking on the responsibilities? And actually, Chen Dan under TED. Under TED is just inherit and carry forward what we have learned. And Dan is just shoulder responsibilities. And so, as we are the city volunteers, and we have to just take on the responsibilities in our role and area. And we need to keep our mind. And even though we are encounter the difficulty, but we need to keep our mind very first. And actually, this topic actually is very wide range, and these topics, and they is talk about they have a lot of the Dharma is in everywhere in the world. And if we have a determination, and nothing is difficult. And as we know, Tzu Chi is the spiritual cultivation communities. And we have to learn how can we do by learning, and also learning awaken by learnings. So we need to take responsibilities from the Dharma. And we have a look the Master Jian Yan's teaching. Have a look this video, please. I'm truly grateful to you every day. And this is how you and the senior volunteers have been working the Bodhisattva path. Those of you who are nearly certified today should also work with this path steadfastly. I often make these gestures to show how we should serve in unity, harmony, and nature love and the cooperation, which is why we are divided into 4 groups. Our senior volunteers and they serve with united heart. You all have a deep understanding of Tzu Chi. So you work as a teams. Those of you certified today are entrusted with responsibilities and should learn from our senior volunteers by asking how they are carry out city missions. Apart from learning in this way and serve together in harmony, we should also quickly share what we have learned with our new volunteers. We must also care for them while bringing them along to participate in our community's volunteer work. Wherever there are people in need, nearly teams bring us there promptly. That is the way of the Tzu Chi volunteers. Thank you, Master Jian Yan speaking. So we have to learn from the responsibilities, not just a task as a part. And that is when we see the suffering, and we will understand how lucky we are. So the master just tell us, cultivation doesn't mean withdrawing from people, and we need to bring our capacities and amid the suffering. So, and as we willing to do and join for accept, we have to use wisdom and protect our compassionate heart. And we also have to let our loads growing deep, and we do not disrupt by the external conditions. And if we have determinations, we got the vows, and we do not skip. We don't compare with everyone. We just devote ourselves most. And even though we face the difficulties, we just courage to face mistakes and then fix that. So Master Zhen just admires responsibilities is is not just for the title, for the position, for the name. And the really difficult thing is you retreat hard. So sometimes if we facing the more thing, we need to have the pure heart. So like undertake the mission and safeguarding the original aspiration, they require sincerity and compassion. And we also have to endure. And so Master Zhen Yan say, endure is not suppression. It's allowing our original aspiration be carried away by circumstance. So sometimes we need to ask ourselves, does everything is just now we undertake responsibility or just acting out of habit? Or sometimes we facing the difficulty, is our original aspiration still present? And my giving today still carry sincere and love. And please have a look next video. And we can see have sees the second day of the overseas training, the topic of the responsibility and the missions. Our master, Jing Xiaobo master, they just share their experience. And they say, I can interact with the families and help up to their mind at ease, and then they understand what the donates give their bodies, and they will also their direction are offer and the results. And the Zhen fast also encourage the they say master used to tell her, what do you afraid of? And she say, yeah, we must be see the most important thing than fear is taking on responsibilities. So the master just share their experience, and the ones Philippine volunteers, they just share her experience. She says, I'm waiting for 13 years to come here, and I also came here to make aspiration to raising funds, to getting love and compassion. And I also have volunteers to visit the sick children and bring love to remote communities. And she also have the vows. She say, she share, that's why she come to Hualien. And she want to encourage them to come to meet the masters and seizing the course and condition and diligently advance in the cultivations and return the home field with energy. So you can see to undertake the mission is to step into the community, to safeguard our aspirations, is to settle and anchor the heart. So we need to keep our heart pure and ease. So even though the have the outside condition is affect you, but you have to keep your mind state is a number characters. Thank you, the brother Ren, and thank you. I think our brother Haiwen, he is very good with writing and editing, and he also very just express the Dharma very diligently. And every day, he will just write the note and the message after he learned the Dharma teaching. So he just so diligently, and he also influenced a lot of people. And his talents, he also like to push himself a lot. And he will invite different people, lots of people to come here. And he write down the notes, express the Master Jin's Dharma. And also, even though he say it is his first time to guide reading, but I think it's not a big deal for him because he is very good with the like the host the big meeting. So I don't think that is a difficult thing for him. Even though, yes, like a make the slide. Maybe he need to push on this part more, but I think he do very good job. Well done. So, and even though, so we don't need to wait until everything will be fine and you start. So I think even though that was Brother Haiwen first time to guide reading, but I think they was very good. So we have stepped into forward because if you step forward, you will have a very good affinities. So you don't need to be excellent to start. But I think when you start, you will become very excellent. So if like always is the start. And they have the slogan say, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And thank you. And thank you, our sister feedback. They just say, yeah, keep your original aspirations and just step forward for your Bodhisattva path. And also have another feedback. And in our cultivation, we do not leave the people. We need to just work into the communication. And also have the feedback from Canada's undertake the responsibilities. It's very good that we use our life to serve, and the most difficult thing is just keep our pure and initial heart. That is very 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 difficult. And we also have the Fangwen say, I love Brother Haiwen say he is presentation very good, and also have feedback from China, and he say his message and the presentation is influence people. And I think you got very good vow to influence others. And we also have another feedback. Do not afraid to take responsibility. When you got the start, you will have very good leading end. And thank you, Brother Haiwen. He's just take on this guide reading. Yeah, so give us a very good example. And we also have the makeup teams, and they are going to share us about the makeup for us for next week. So we also have feedback from Chongqing. And they say Haiwen, he is also very good and storytelling. So thank you, your presentation, and very detail and tell us what is the point. So we very thank you. You come again. And when next time, when Brother Haiwen come online, I think his slide and the presentation will better and better. Thank you, our volunteer Haiwen.
So President, let's get into the section of catching phrase. Brother Wang Caimeng from Kaohsiung shared his parenting experiences, highlighted spending time with family is very important. And the yearly family travels warms everyone's heart. He said, stay true to your original aspirations and pass on kindness and love through the generations. The son of brother Wang Mengcai, Wang Junkai, also have bravely taken on responsibilities in Tzu, hoping to lead by example and to attract and motivate others with positive action. Book study of daily journal of Dharma Master Zheng Yan. Sister Suijin shared that Tzu's love follows the merciless natural disaster. Volunteers charity every second to plant the seeds of blessings and wisdom. Their compassionate vows will never waver for people in need. Dongdar Taichung Medical Assistive Equipment Team Coordinator, Sister Li Guanhui, shared that the team received great blessing through helping others. With open hearts, professionalism is not difficult. Volunteers are like volunteers emerge on the earth. Team member Sister Su Weiling carry love to protect and benefit humanity. Brother Li Zhaoji patiently accomplished special needs youth to light up their lives and do good deeds together. Sister Yuan Yaqi in South Africa shared that reading bring hope. Volunteers in South Africa established an education team last July to help educators and volunteers develop and lead a Jing aphorism education workshop. This workshop aims to help everyone benefit from character education provided by Tzu aphorism and highlight how they can transform student parents. This activity spread good love and turned the world toward the future.
And here we see all the books and which are already signed and are going to be the gifts for you. Okay. And today, this is our honor that we invited the master, one of the masters from Jing's Abode. So get ready to open up your eyes. And I feel so admiring that, okay, Master De Kan, did like her PowerPoint through AI, and it was kind of wonderfully designed, and how great her like the PowerPoint is, right? Okay. And her topic today is really touching, which is like a gratitude and a fulfillment, right? I always feel so touched, but in different degrees. But the master can also talk about something about her personal life. And I felt not only kind of admired, but also appreciating. Okay. And, you know, we have a lot of videos about all the masters, but they are not easy to collect. However, okay, and this is a very special unit. Let me tell you. Okay, and you see the poster. It is kind of a brief introduction about the master the Han. And what are all the masters doing in Jin's abode? Let's just take a look at this video. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not a good friend with my computer in front of me, and so I don't concentrate well. And so there might be some mechanical problems. I have to say sorry for that. Okay. Oh my God. And my original computer was therefore destroyed, shut down. Okay. Anyway. Okay. You take a look at this video. Okay. And you know, all the masters are also learning what? Learning how to do the brief introduction about the Jing's abode. Okay. And about Ciji's history. Okay. And let's take a look. Okay. And we want to make, you know, all the people coming back to Hualien know very deeply about what the Buddha it has been doing, and know that Mr. Zheng has been following up the Buddha's footprint, you know, doing whatever, okay, she wants to do, okay, and this is a true path that the Buddha want to lead us to go walk on. Okay, and we are talking about the footprint of the Buddha in Hualien. Do you even know it is kind of overwhelming there? Okay, and if you had an experience like going back to Jing's abode in Hualien, and you can just have a chance to listen up to the story of Ciji. So what else do the masters do? Okay, okay, and here is a very saddening thing. Okay, because you know we have some like senior citizens who pass away. Okay, and as we hear such kind of touching story, and everyone mobilizes themselves, and it makes me very touched. And the Yixing was a very good person. Therefore, he made a lot of kind of a good kind of affinities with all the people. And where else do masters go? Okay, and masters have to also survey in the flood areas, so they are busy. Okay, yeah, you know, we are very worried about a typhoon, and it is kind of fortunate that we have all the volunteers there. Okay, and in this kind of a household, you know, the hostess has to raise all the children, and she makes money by herself, right? And yeah, all the volunteers are working so well. Mr. Zheng said to you that you have to be careful about your personal security and mind your own health. Okay, as you can see from the video, the masters, you know, really cares about all the volunteers and all the residents, right? And let's take one more look at what the masters are doing at Guangfu. You see, they mobilize themselves into the disaster areas, and they are interviewed, and you know we see what exactly all the masters are doing, and they are the shield heroes, right? And they, yeah, okay, and we do everything we can, and we know this is not easy, and they not only clean the mud, okay, and we are very willing to do everything we can, right? When we see people's house are being cleaned, and they feel touched. And it is a video, okay, in Guangfu. Well, okay, let's take a look and what else, you know, and where else are the masters like doing? Oh, now the masters are in Malaysia. Okay, and what impresses me is that a lot of you know, are so kind of environmental aware. Okay, and in Malaysia, it is a construction ceremony of Jing Ho. Okay, so Jing okay, abode is made there because you know masters are delivering the dharma there, bringing confidence to all the people sitting there. Okay, and you can see that there are more than 400 people listening up to the dharma of masters, like masters in there. Okay, And now let's go to Kuala Lumpur, which accommodates like more than 2,000 people in the Jinshi Hall there. And they're having kind of classes there. And I'm very touched that the masters just wake up so early and they just do whatever they can and they make their own livings by themselves, right? And the atmosphere is really good. All right, let's go. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead to Hualien and let's have a. Okay, I like to be with you because you have a positive energy. Ladies and gentlemen, Master Dekan.
Let's welcome the Dekan, Master Dekan, and Master also role models. So that the message that see that those of the PPT also produced by the AI system, so we can measure this at the computers. The tech is very development. Gratitude, and let's welcome the Master Dekan, and the topic is the gratitude and the fulfillment today. And this way for the Master Dekan. Today's topic is from the self-resistance to selfless integrated. This is about a spiritual journey of become the monastic, about the family love and the seeing the truth by the Dekan, Master Dekan. So we still are waiting for the PPT of the Master Dekan. Please open your PPT file so we can see it. Just like we see that we have tests. If we operate from outside, then you have to give us the signal that you want to take the next pages. Okay, so now we operate the PPT for the Khan master data. Dear Master, dear Shangren and everyone and families here, today is sharing in meditation. I'm a little bit nervous about this and about the reading unlike reading card invitation. I'm a little bit nervous and to prepare this as usual. And as usual, the monastics in the Jing Abode always told about their story about their become the monastics. So this kind of sharing is out okay, but concerning to talking about my the journey to be a monastic is like for me it's kind of a special. So in the summer, and I'm very grateful that
I have this chance to remind and to recall my memory in the past, just like Miss Jing just mentioned about in the diligent day, the previous few days, and we have to learn the gratitude. Is more important to only the reading the Dharma, and also the people is the reading the Dharma. So I'm very grateful that this moment, every seconds that we have, and all the way, I recall my memory that when I go back to the Jing's Abode, when I in the 1970, I came to the Jing's about since I returned the Jing's Abode in 1997 to cultivate the spiritual. I have a journey from young to middle age, from beginning the power and self the assurance and to gradually to learn to go to self and deliver a greater empathy and compassion. And when previously I working in the trading business, and after that I don't have hesitated to resign my job and I go to Hualien. So to prepare my spiritual path, I graded that only a master Chen Yan the teaching me that learning the opportunity at the very stage in the above, but also for the support my family and Dharma family. Before I leaving home, I work in the national training business, and with a trouble life, and by the infinity that I encountered the Buddhism and seeing to find the other best in my life. And since I find my another path of life, and then now I even wish that to attend the enlightenment in the very lighter time. So after learning about the Tzu Chi, I understand today to attend and the Buddhahood and must walk with Buddha his Taba path. This understanding will lead me back to the about to the pursuit of monastic, the cultivation. However, become a monastic is not easy, especially for my parents. Indeed. So how who the great expecting anything of me and I could not accept my decision. So I resigned my job without hesitate and I went straight to the Hualien to be the monastic is my thinking, but for my family, especially for my parents. It's very hard to accept this decision, especially in the south of Taiwan. To be a monastic is kind of like a path that people who make a very serious trouble and they don't have the livelihood, so they will want to be a monastic way. So this is why my parents, I wonder why I want to be a monastic. Because that's my own will and I want to be in this work and decided and I go to Hualien. When I recall this memory, I just feel gratitude about my decision about this in the older way, my parents and my sister and brothers and all my Dharma family, and also in the just about the Shangren's teaching and take care of me. So it's not all the way that because everyone's help, so I can become the self of mine. And after 30 years, I become myself now. So I'm very grateful about this. Now I come back to the Jing's Abode. I realized that I once saw that at my mother who had worked hard and as a whole life for my family had simply become the stubborn at this. Only the later did I realize she was superpressing heartbreaking pain to fulfill my choice. In my childhood, my father is not always at home. My mother take care two kids and work day and night just for my family to build up and take care of us and also work in the midnight. So in that time, I make the vow that when I grow it up and I want to make money and make build a good house, find a house, and that everyone have a good life. But in the life has that I have a son or something thinking to be a monastic in my mind. When I want to become a monastic, my mother is hardly decided that I want to wanted to see me. But when he hear some news from my relative that he changed his mind. In that during the time he tears all the times because my decision. And in this time, my father in the old age, he also come back to home. When I recall this memory, that I'm really grateful to all everything. My family's help and support my decision, so I can have this smoothly light in the cultivation. We have to be the monastic is not totally to breaking the relationship with the family, just like the most strong the bowl and for the benefit the essential being. So this this years that my cultivated practice and in the period times when I just go to the work and then come back home and all the house job all work by my mother. But when I stay in the Jing's Abode, I had to do everything, handle everything. I have to learn from the beginning to the end and to also involve this big family. When I first early in the Jing's Abode, when that period of time that just set up and building the new buildings in these constructions, so many the volunteers will come to help to take care of those job. And most of the time that all the monastics to help those of the job and do the lots of the furniture and the construction. So from the beginning and to be a professional is kind of like surprised me, and I'm very happy about this. And even that's mentioned, that even we do better than the professional worker.
When you are when you're in Abode, there's no self ego. You have to let go of your self ego. You just cooperate with all the others to shoulder the responsibilities. So on the journey of my monastic, I participate in this fundraising departments, especially in 1999, the September 21st. There was a major earthquake happened on that day. It was a great disaster in Taiwan. So at that time, you can see not just Taiwan, all the raising, all the fund donation is coming from all over the world as well. And in Abode, we work tirelessly to manage those donations, to give up the receipt. And we can make assumption of the receipt and mail it to those donors. And through that, we can see lots of love is flowing into the Abode. And a couple years later, there's another construction work in the Abode. At that time, we don't really have enough manpower. And I thought myself is young enough. I still have enough strength to devote it myself into those construction work. So I asked another Dharma master in the boat whether I can also devote myself into the labor work. And later on, I worked at the a factory. I learned how to make the fragrance powders, all the Jing products. Because the master said that in Tzu Ji, in the boat, we always carry these spirits of self-sufficiencies, and a boat will always be our backup. And a boat will be the home for all of Tzu Ji volunteers in all over the world. So we can let this Dharma lineage to pass on for generations. And some of the Tzu Ji volunteer was like very famous entrepreneurs. They also carry out this spirits of Tzu Ji job. And thanks for all their supporting and guidance to help me learn, to help me grow. And at that time, I also came up with lots of ideas. And I really appreciate that the senior Dharma sister and brothers, they gave us lots of space to grow, to learn. So till now, so Tzu Ji has already covered 139 countries. And I'm very grateful that many Bodhisattva, they came back from overseas and they can speak English fluently. So it's a great help to promote the Tzu Ji lineage in other countries. And I was so grateful for this. Because the Jing Dharma lineage, how do we spread the Dharma, the Tzu Ji spirits from Abode to the world? So with those foreign volunteers to join us, it make a main force that we can spread the Dharma more easily. So when I joined Tzu Chi from youth to now in the middle age, and my family also has some change. So back a few years ago, my parents, they stayed at home, they take care of each other's. But in 2021, because my father suffered from the gallbladder infection, so he was hospitalized for a couple of days. And then after he discharged, his strength has weakened a lot. So I really grateful for my younger sister who pick up my parents and take care of them. And my sister suffered from back pain for a long time. So it's really a heavy burden for her. And also she suffered from the physical and emotional stress. So after I retained the approval from the master from the boat, so I pick up my father to live in a boat with us. And so now he has a place that he can dedicate himself to the abode. So look back to my journey, why he wanted to attend, he wanted to join me at the abode. Actually, deep in his heart, that he feels sorry that he couldn't accompany the family, accompany my mothers for his life. But what I want is that I want to use this physical body that was given by my parents and take a good use to this body and to dedicate myself to spread the Dharma. So I pray every single day that also my parents can also join Tzu Chi, can also walk on this Bodhisattva path. And they can find this internal home for themselves, for their hearts. Maybe because of these, my sincere prayers, my Dharma family in the communities, they all take care of my parents, and they also encourage my parents to the communities to attend the morning assembly and to do the volunteer work, to do the recycling work. So both of them, they always arrive at the community to attend the morning assembly and also certify as a recycling volunteer. And because my parents had lived with my younger sister, they are not familiar with the environments, and they no longer can go to the community to do recycling work or to attend the morning assembly. So I asked them, you can return to a boat and you can attend the morning assembly, and there are so many things that you can dedicate yourself to the abode. That's why my father was willing to come back to the abode with me. And first of all, he need to get familiar with the environment first, but it didn't take a long time for him to adapt this lifestyle. And he also take care of those volunteers. And he also volunteer in taking care of those garden flowers and plants, and also work in the vegetable gardens. And if the master in a boat, if they have any question about the growing vegetables, they will also ask my father for his support. Every little helps that make him very proud of himself, and also the master in the boat really spoke highly about him. And a couple of years ago, that his body developed tumors because he's growing thinner every day. But even though he still worked very diligently, he still come to the morning assembly and take care of the garden work. What he wished in his mind that he want to maintain his physical health. He want to become the silent mentor when he passed away. So when he was at his last moment of his life, he want to dedicate his effort till the last minutes of his life. And he wants us to fulfill his dream. After he passed away, he want to donate his body. So every day when he's capable to work, he will always go to the vegetable garden to work. So he didn't suffer too much. And at the last day of his life, he's fulfill his dream that he donate his body to become the silent mentors. And I'm sure that he already find his path in the future in his next life. And he will follow the Bodhisattva's path and follow the master's footsteps. And I would like to show you these videos that it was my father. He used some stick and he built this tiny little cabin in the gardens. So after many times of distracted by the typhoon, by the hurricanes, if it collapsed, but it rebuilt it again. Like last year, when the typhoon hit the body and a boat, lots of things that collapsed. But my father just taking time to rebuild the building, rebuild this gardens, to maintain the gardens. So after the typhoon hit, they become very busy because they need to rebuild a lot of. They need to rebuild this gardens. So these I use this stick to make cabins. And he was very skillful that he used the waste to recycle them and to make it to useful things. So I came back to this hometown of my spirituals. For my spiritual life, I cleaned up the fields, the vegetable gardens. And Brother Huang Pingzhou, that he worked so efficiently. You cannot tell that he was 90 years old. You cannot see that he was suffering from disease. And actually, lots of people encourage me to receive surgeries, but I don't want to take any surgeries. I want to work until the last minutes of my life. I want to make fully use of my life. Well, I didn't really pay attention on the line on the time, so I didn't know how much time do I left to complete my presentation. So I would like to conclude my presentation. I'm so grateful. Such as Master teach us, every step we move forwards, it's a way to improve ourselves. Master always talk about gratitude. Actually, I did not spend any single minutes, every single seconds of my life without gratitude in my heart. On my way of a spiritual practice, I am so grateful. There was a group of people's accommodation and supporting to make my journey, my learning, to accomplish my dreams. And I'm grateful for my families to let go of me. I'm grateful for my sibling who shouldered the responsibility, and I also grateful to my teachers' guidance and supporting and teachings. And I hope that in this life I can repay all the benefactor in my life, and I hope myself can work on this Bodhisattva's path years after years. And I hope that I can dedicate myself in this Bodhisattva's path and for the Buddha, for all the sensual beings. And so grateful for your listening that let me get this chance to learn, to share with you. And all of us really listen carefully about your sharing. And lots of times we listen to Master from Abode's sharing. It's sort of about sharing about the Dharma lineage. We seldom heard the Master talking about their family, talking about their journey to become a monastic. And through her presentation, she shared her determination to become the monastic. And she mentioned about she worked at the international trade centers before she became a monastic. And there's a feedback. And because a master is going to share, so we really need to pay attention to listen to her sharings. So all the relate family members at home with the one of your family can become the monastic. It's really a great blessing. Okay, Mr. Durkan, can you turn on your turn on your camera? So I'd like to read this feedback for you. And Master Durkan's father also became a senior Bodhisattva, and he make a lot of efforts. He dedicate himself to the vegetable gardens, and the PowerPoint is really amazing. And we are so grateful for her father who made the donation. Who donate her body to become a silent mentors. And this is another way of to practice filial piety. Another sharing, like a master make the inventory of her life, of the journey to become a monastic, and to turn the great love of personal great love into the great love to take care of the whole world. It was really amazing. So this is a live stream, and that's why we get this feedback from all over the world. And can you imagine that those presentation, the PowerPoint was made by AI? So the Bodhisattvas and the Master Durkan is really the Bodhisattvas in the living lives. It really appreciate their parents for their accommodation and supporting on the monastic journey. It's not like only repay to the parents, is the best memory about it. and Master can let go of herself and also bring her parents to walk on this Bodhisattva's path. It was really a great effort. And another feedback, Master Dekan, she shared her Dharma lineage, share her Dharma knowledge with us. And when I first met Master Dekan, and I was very impressed by her kindness and her compassion. This way of like telling stories to share your journey of become a monastic. We were all very touched by your sharing. And when Master Durkan phoned me yesterday, she told me that I was so nervous about taking this mission, and I'm very sorry. But I'm very grateful that you received my invitation. Let's give her a big hands. And thanks for your sharing, your wonderful sharing. We really appreciate it. And when you were telling your story, we all listening and we deeply grateful for your sharing. And we will look up to you. And because all of us just need to step forward and become more excellent. So now you can turn off your cam. So next will be our time to make some activities. So let's take up your tower, your exercise towers. So hello everyone. Are you all feel happy today? Because we have friends coming from a long way. So we will talk. I will do the talk because the audience still getting these towers.
这部不是我原来的电脑，我完全无能为力了。我资料啊，你跟他讲，他也不知道。那就好朋友，我来了。好朋友。
Well, I still looking for the audio. The audio. So we're going to work on this one. Like good friends. Here I come. Because we have a special guest today, so let's welcome our special guest and put on your smile and stand up and follow me.
探长，面带微笑。
So now, let's raise your hands and put on a smile on your face.
笑出健康，笑出活力。好，来拍2下，嘿，有力量。嘿嘿，来了，我来了，好朋友，我来了，动作，和你好久没见面，嘿嘿，问一声你可好？来换，来了，我来了，老朋友，我来了，换动作，来，再见面呀，多欢喜，握手微微笑，换，期待着未来呀，未来美，嘿嘿嘿，天天绽放青春笑脸，换动作，来，蓝天白云，手脚并用，陪伴在你身边，换，期待着未来呀，未来美，院长还好吧？我们友谊永不变，哎，我变您了，换，哎，有力量，祝福你到永远，来，1、2、3、4、2、2。
换动作来，闪亮亮，嘿，拍大力一点。好朋友在哪里？面带微笑。换动作来，嘿，嘿，哦，院长，他的换，哦，院长也是很用心的用力。来打一下，喂，拍打。换动作，哎呀，看能不能转一下。换动作，嘿，换动作，来，哈哈哈，换，有力量，来哦，嘿嘿，嘿，换动作来，换动作，嘿，嘿嘿，来来，哦，不错。祝福你到，祝福你到永远。来，闪亮亮，我们有没有很开心？有没有很健康？又有活力，对不对？有活力又健康的人，给自己掌声。我们的简院长表演的怎么样？赞，请坐。
好，院长往前，然后你们把那个也站起来。来，院长，为什么要请院长站前面？好，来，你们这个也可以横的打开。那个活动组你们拿直的，
拿直的。
好 ，OK， 请坐。好，我跟你讲其实我们真的非常感恩呐。为什么？还像又在医师节，对不对？对，
万万岁！
好，要喊就一起喊了。我说院长，你就万岁万岁万万岁！好，简守信院长，
Thanks to Superintendent Jian for promoting this tower to promote for the donation to the charity fund. Thank you for Superintendent Jian's help. These are we didn't rehearse for this part. And our activity group didn't prepare to perform and this exercise, but because I didn't bring my own computer, so that they have to perform this song on the run. And the activity team told me that I play the run song, but they are prepared every day, so they could come up with the any song that I have on my computer. This song was really great. Although we didn't have the opportunity to use the tower to exercise, but we can still play other song to exercise and promote this tower. And thanks to the activity team.
Blessing is given to the people who know how to be grateful for Buddha, for essential beings. He wrote a lot about Beijing. Beijing is snowing right now. The Dharma family in Beijing are also grateful for our master. We are deeply impressed and touched by what the master said. Even if they are on the plane, they could still connect with us. I couldn't tell you where he is heading for, but I'm here to tell you that he's with us. Now, we encourage Director Jian for his coming to give us a speech. Today, Director Jian, I ask him for his title. The topic is Fleeting Crowds, My Time Black Hole. I couldn't understand the title. Let's wait for him to explain the title for us. The editor and it's in the Kaohsiung area. The volunteers, I discussed with them with Director Jian's speech, and we learned a lot from him. And every time we hope our speakers to hand in their speech notes to us 3 weeks before, but Director Jian handed to us 3 weeks before. So let's give Director Jian a big hand. It's really hard for him to do that. Director Jian attend the morning meeting for volunteers. Using AI tools. Director Jian didn't respond with any words, but just give me a picture like this. You can see that the record Jian always can give us an extensive information to make us gain knowledge whenever the topic is. I'm wondering why there would be a person like him to know so many. See, you can see the long hallway with such a beautiful point. That's the style of direct Jian. Now let's see the time black hole of direct Jian. We arrange some check for their health. Direction is very busy at arranging various body check for our masters. And let's see what he did at the musical instruments performance. I think music can be a steady power for our society. His grandson is so adorable while looking at his grandfather talking. He also promotes to grow plants. To see the tree growing. I hope while watching the tree growing up, we can consider that as a power for us to take care of our patients, to take care of those plants, as take care of our kids, to plan our magnificent future. Director Jian, while playing those instruments, we can flag down how we take care of our patients. Hualien Tzu Hospital. The area is about 80 acres. And the instruments of burning damage cost a lot. And we added many instruments to help those patients who have burning damage. So the instrument costs a lot. The highly cost instrument help a patient with the special instrument. I like to be with you because you have the positive power. We are grateful the Jian was here with us for our anniversary. We are 13 years old this year. We can see those videos is 30 years ago. Direction are trying to photo us to record we together. We are so touched to be here. Or there are so many people here to support Jian. We are curious for his family stories. To let us know the story. We already know a lot about his family stories, but it seems that he didn't tell much about himself. But it's okay. We can see his stories through the book he published. Everyone feels amazing how you utilize your time so well. And you are able to gain so many awards. Suddenly, Jian transfer from an artist to a musician. I'm so adore him. For he is so talented. The key points for him to transfer from an identification of a doctor to other areas is from TV show. So actually, the Jian is a TB kid. I asked him about those PPTs and videos. Who made it for him? Dr. Jian answers, I did it by myself. I find that the video you sent me, I couldn't connect it well. But we resolve it by the Kaohsiung groups. Please feel at ease. We already set up everything for you. Now we may start your speech. Now, I thank you for every Dharma family and teacher Meiyun. Time flies. It's already a year ago since I'm here. I test you with the question my grandson test me. Spider-Man is the most undelicious instant noodles. Now, what kind of man will grow old in just overnight? Oh, right. The answer is bride. What kind of words can deeply represent the comely heart? Which words? When the bride is asleep and everything will be at peace. But next day, everything returns chaotic. But for our sisters, I believe they can always stay calm every day. Life is interesting depending on how you see it. Everyone thought that I did a lot of things, but actually, we didn't did it impromptu. We prepare ahead before time. So when the pressure is large, but therefore we eat faster. by checking the speed the doctors had their lunch. You can see I would be ranked number 1 as the fast eater. But you can see sometimes there are the fleeting crowds and they are so time is that we need to especially take care since they are limited of time. First of all, let's look at the cope of the Brumaire and the insurrection of Gemino. We can see the time, the cope of Brumaire refers to the Cope Revolution and the insurrection of Gemino refers to a popular uprising. And we can see they are the publication month of France instead of our current calendar. We didn't use it right now because no one memorized it. For those calendars, the Republican month is developed due to religious reasons. So we don't use it right now. So it's like memorize kind of concept. Since time is so severely limited, the vow I took last year, I didn't do much for the vowels I did for this year, but the vow, the year or a year had already passed. So I would took it as a complaint because no one wants to be a director. Because I need to develop all kinds of concept by myself rather than depending on others. The most important things about a hospital is the quality of medical treatment. We need to take care of our patients as take care of our children's. High quality is what we always hold on to in our heart. So the pressure of time is so large that, as Xi Murong told us, his husband left her, and she said, after parting, who can reflect without regret? Who can sing without sorrow? No matter how long a life lasts, only now do I understand that is nothing more than a hurried sojourn. We all know that life is short. Xi Murong tells us that no matter how long we live, life feels very short when we look back. Luckily, your youth, your long journey, and your dream are still kept deep within my heart. Your youth, your long journey, and your dream still drop deep within my heart. We all need to learn that, not only for the youngster, the elders also need to learn to write words like this. We cannot just say, I miss you. My thoughts, your youth, your long journey. I think about long time ago. I walk along the rivers. Your long journey, your dreams. It's not only belong to the youngster. No matter how old we are all learning. When we're getting older, we cannot just stay there. We cannot just watching TV all day long. Because the lifespan now is getting longer. But in Taiwan, we spend our time in eating and playing around to show how rich we are. It's not good for all of us, also not good for our society. We could not live in luxury life. We should make use of our time well. Because I like to do a lot of things. I make my videos a lot. I almost record 5 videos each week. Therefore, I consider it interesting. Therefore, I divided my time into several perspectives. First of all, is to increase available time and reducing time waste. We only have 24 hours a day. I don't waste my time in false investment. We need to use time well, not by reducing the time of sleep. We need to sleep well for 8 hours. It's hard for the elder to sleep 8 hours well. Wow, this is amazing for the elder to sleep a whole 8 hours. We need to exercise more in the morning to make our thoughts clear. We could increase our available time by some other ways, like this. You can see that in the hallway, there are 3 workers. They scoring their cell phone while walking. In the elevator, inside the elevator, and inside the metro carriage, no one was exception. Everyone is scoring their cell phone. To save commute time, we take the public transportation. Everyone is scoring their cell phone while I was reading books. I like to have a conversation with books while during my spare time. You can see that in every cafe, everyone was focusing on their cell phone. They are not setting as a model by themselves. They scoring their cell phone as a bad example for their children. Actually, we are so close, but we didn't communicate. We don't have conversation. See, it's a terrible thing. The parents feed the toddler with a cell phone. It's so popular that in Taiwan, Taiwanese people average daily mobile internet usage time is now we are dealing a symptom called cell phone addiction. Using a cell phone more than 4.6 hours a day, or unlocking the phone more than 68 times may belong to the high-risk group of smartphone addiction. Actually, is it necessary for us to deal with those information immediately? Think about the time we save by not responding those pragmatic information immediately. We should reduce our dependence on the use of cell phone. You see, our master never used cell phone. She seldom used her cell phone. She reflects on herself all the time. According to my economic of time, we need to make good use our fragmented time. We chat a lot. We gossip. I use those fragmented time to recall videos to share. I film it 5 times a week instead of once a week. When I do charity clinic overseas, I use my fragmented time well. You see the topic. I talk. How do I give the video a name? Then I transfer the difficult medical terms into who breaks my heart. So many topics, they are so serious that I turn it into the literal way to show it, such as uncuttable and messy. It is appendix. And how deep is the abacus? And who snap the heartstrings, ruptures of Cora's tendon. I always use my time to think of the various romantic topic using the literacy aspects. I always try to combine literary verses with medical condition, creating an intriguing contrast between literature and medicine. You need to arrange your time well by using the pragmatic moments well to make it a great way to achieve your goal.
Francis Bacon. He is a philosopher. When you arrange time properly is for you to be able to manage your time well. But the first priority is you can arrange your time properly. And if you can arrange your time properly, you are saving up your time. When you can use all the fragmentation of your time, you are able to take good use of your time. The other thing is that the time economics, you have the interest in your time. If you save up more time, can you get more interesting time? No, that's not what I mean. This is a very hustle-bustle society. And when we are too busy on our hearts, it's hard for us to have a measure of calm and ease. So we always feel tired. And that is not good for us. So it's from our physical body, and you can see from here. And this is for the nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is for fight or flight, and the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is to raise up our heartbeat for the fight or flight situation. And when we face the parasympathetic nervous system is to help us to regulate and slow down our heartbeat. So to help us to keep our mind down. So when these sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system work well together, when we have in a situation when we need to deal with the emergency situation, we are able to boost up our energy. And when after we are done with dealing with this urgency situation, we can calm our mind down. That's why before we have speech, we could have deep breaths. Because when we take deeper breaths, we are we are energizing our parasympathetic system. So when we manage our time, we need to prepare ahead. And this is, I like this word. The diligence without unnecessary toil leaves the heart with constant leisure. If you can work with diligence and also prepare ahead of time, you would feel constant leisure. You can still feel calm in your heart. Don't allow your heart to be driven by the situation around you, the environment around you. Allow yourself to prepare ahead of time so that you have the constant leisure time to deal with the situation with calm. When you waste your own time, you are committing suicide. When you waste other people's time, you are actually killing others. When you have the conference or meeting with others, you want to you have the PowerPoint presentation, and when you have the PowerPoint presentation, you need to turn off the light. It becomes ease and peaceful, and all the audience fall asleep. When you turn on the light after your presentation, you ask the audience if they have any question, but they don't have any question because they fell asleep while you are having the presentation. So when we listen to our other people's presentation, we don't want to just criticize. Into the system, why is so precious? Because every day we have the morning assembly. We every morning, you refresh your heart with tenderness and kindness while you are in attend the morning assembly. You listen to all the kind words and listen to a very touching story that happened in the city world. Is it true that all the boss in the world, their words can be insightful? It might not be. Maybe their words the words may be mistaken, or maybe sometimes the boss words are not are maybe unclear, and so we don't understand. So all the volunteer, we have to make our words to be insightful and make our words to be substantial and make all the audience come to Qi Ji world can feel our sincere hearts that we do not asking anything for return. Our intention is pure. We want to be able to create a peaceful world with our collaborative efforts. We have a whole hospital meetings once every week, every other week, once every other week, and we only need to. It only took us half an hour. How could we manage just to 30 minutes? And because we need to save up our time, and we don't have time to have the first rehearsal, second rehearsal as a rehearsal time, or meetings after meetings and another meeting. We don't have that leisure time. So even in urgency situation, there can be space, and it's appropriate to leave some blank. So we need to leave us some blank and to allow us to talk through ourselves and reflect to our own heart. And another view is the history view of time. When we pay attention to every moment of our time, these all the memories will become the resources that will save up our time in the future, because we accumulate the experience and learn from our own experience and learn from one another. And let me share with you my journal. I use my cell phone to write journal. And these are I went to Florence. I saw all the pictures, and I recorded down these what I thought after I view these pictures. Some my thoughts I would put in the thoughts and the picture. See how many I've wrote? 3,000, more than 3,000 pieces of articles, journals that I wrote. I've never, every day I wrote journal. I've never write anything negative. And sometimes I have conflict with my staff, but I wouldn't put that in my journal because I want to leave something encouraging to myself in my journal. When I went to Italy, I miss my home. My heart is I'm gazing at a picture that was painted 500 years ago, and when I walk into a church, it would remind me of a place. This place is union of despair and the hope in the future. And only it is so nice for us to be able to live in this current moment. Only the bubbling brook of the Arno River tell us that what is an ending are the heroes of age past. How fortunate we are to live in this present moment, and how fortunate we are to transcend time and cherish the current moment. And are we going to have us to when we are in despair? We are so busy at juggle with many tasks in our life. When you walk into a church, you see hope, and hope that when people around us, when they walk into Jing Hall, they will see the hope and all the conflict in our life around us. It become when we listen to the touching story into the world, maybe all the conflict in our life they are fading away. They become insignificant. Maybe someday that we can really return back to the time that we can never return back. I can only, maybe sometimes the time can rewind. We can return back to the time that we could never return back. And maybe this world, there will be an end in this world. Maybe one day this world will truly have an end. Then I will raise the sweet brew of memory with you. And that does not waste the time. And that is brew our memories together. That would be the resources of that would nourish your heart to grow. And we need to take good use of our time so that we could brew a good memory in our heart. And the next time we could use all this memory that and the precious experience we experience in our life would become the resources that we could use to benefit more people. And now It's time for English. It's from Kennedy. It's from Kennedy, President Kennedy's mom. Kennedy, President Kennedy, and his brother was homicide. Life isn't a matter of milestone, but of moments. The moments are the fragments of time. It's not that we always anticipate that a future moment that will transform ourselves. It's a magic moment. There's no magic moment. Or you can say in another words that every moment is a magic moment that could transform your life if you can cherish all the moments in your life. We all have our time machine, don't we? Those that can take us back are memories, and those carry us forward are dreams. We have memory and we have dream. And all the city volunteers, we can use up all our every moment of our life to make this world a peaceful world and save all the suffering sentient beings. And actually, I am a noble person, but I take good use of my moment, every moment of my life. And it's tremendous your use of every moment of your life. When we listen to in Superintendent Jian's sharing, he made us laugh. But while we laugh out loud, we also learn so much from him. He had a TV episode of Superintendent Jian's time on TV for more than 6,000 episodes. He saved up all the stock of episodes for excessive episode for 3 months because sometimes he need to go to international relief or sometimes he's busy at dealing with the hospital. So he need to have the stock of his TV show for 3 months. And he was talking about, you write a journal. How much time do you need to spend? And who took away superintendent's microphone? If I wake up very early, I wrote more in my journal. It doesn't matter how much time you spend. It's just use up some of your spare time, write down, and so that you wouldn't forget what you have learned. Monday is my surgeon time, and every Monday, my one nurse. I need to wear I need to wear glove, and once I noticed a nurse helped me to open up the wrap, the package of the gloves that I was going to wear in the surgical room. And through this mindful, tiny action, I took a photo and I put into my journal. It always make my heart feel kind and tender and encouraged. You see that, and superintendent always share poetry with us. But at the same time, he paid attention to all the little incidents happen in his life that make him feel a touch in his heart. He writes true feelings from bottom of his heart, and put into his journal. And when we see him as a successful and happy surgeon, that because that he worked so hard not only as a superintendent, but also he is a successful surgeon and a poem, and also he is pay attention to everyone surround him. And so from Hualien Wen Dai say that Superintendent Jian, everywhere he went, he bring happiness to people around him. When Superintendent he's here, Dr. Lin Beijiang is taking his place in the hospital. And from Guimei, Superintendent say that his medical service is his charity work. Can you sleep more than 8 hours per day? Superintendent Jian is an artist and also a surgeon. And he also a good cook for his family. He can wear the preventive gown in the surgical room, and he can also wear apron in the kitchen in his home. In Beijing, Wang Tining, she is your fan, big fan. She wants your autobiography, and Chong Jing Zhihui say that he say you can take good use of the fragmentation of your time. It is really when I saw the time bottom up our cheer up, and you know that when we saw that he put here Mayday's song in his presentation, we know that he also enjoy music, and he is always on the front of the trend in this world. Although we cannot catch up with his pace, but we can catch up just a little bit of learn from Superintendent Jian's experience. Yesterday, I was dealing with my computer, and today I'm so happy the computer working out fine with us. Thank you, everyone. And we appreciate next week. Superintendent, let me tell you. Next week, we are going to have a gift for everyone. Jumping up to the crowd. And also the fan. And also this bag are for every attendees next week for our anniversary. And we have a fan It's foldable. See, this is foldable. These are very handy when you are in a hot summertime. And don't worry. We would for the team in China, I would ask Sister Jing to bring this gift for you. And the next when you can walk ahead, you will be able to meet up with the better self. We don't have to have the the power, but we could have the influence in the society. Thank you, Superintendent. You are so great.